If you broke up recently with your partner and you want to give them the fear to lose you, watch this video. In this video, I'm going to explain the GEM, the GEM framework that I use with my clients that will help you create this fear. I'll explain everything after the jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
So first of all, what will create this fear? When someone decides to end a relationship, they are sure of the decision. I mean, that's what they are trying to convince themselves, because in reality, nobody's really sure when they leave a relationship, and I see that every single day. And you can think of any examples, even from your personal life, when you leave someone, when you end the relationship, even if you take the decision, you never 100% sure. And so there's always this element. If you manage to show them that they were wrong, then the fear will change side. The same way you are scared right now because you have the feeling that they took the decision, they took something from me and I can't get it back. That's the thing we have to do today, is reverse the dynamic and learn how we can make this fear change side. And so the quick word about the breakup and about how you experience the breakup. Obviously, it's one of the hardest things to go through. The idea that we have lost something so important as this relationship, and that creates a shock, because probably if you're watching this video, it's something you didn't see coming, and the fear that nothing will be the same. I need to readapt. I need to learn again to live, to trust, to love. And therefore, right now, we have to rationalize. You have to reflect. A breakup is obviously extremely emotionally driven. The idea, working with a therapist or watching my videos and sort of learning from this experience, is how you can rationalize, how you can take a step back and reflect on things. Understand your role in the relationship, your responsibility and their responsibility. It's not only about you, it's also about them. And understand, what can you do now? Look at the things you can control, look at the things you can't control, and obsess on the things you can control. Find ways to be obsessed about those things, because the problem is sometimes we're obsessed about things we can't control. Is he gonna call me back? Is she gonna text me? Is he dating? Is she dating? These questions, you don't have any control of those. Let me explain you the things you can control and the things that will really make a difference. But before, I want to let you know the things you should not do. Confronting your ex about the decision. You perhaps tried, it didn't work, then stop, because it's not gonna work. Being clingy, needy, again, displaying this behavior of like, oh, you're the only thing that matters in my life. I need you in my life. The problem is when you act like this, you push that person further away and you confirm their decision. We discussed at the beginning, our job is to show them that they made a mistake. If you act this way, that will confirm their decision. Staying in touch for the sake of staying in touch. A lot of people, they're happy that they're still in touch with their ex, and they stay in that friend zone kind of thing, or situationship. You know, they were together and now they are in touch. What does it mean? What do you get from it? And the fear of letting go of the relationship prevents you from actually having the right framework, having the right approach if you want to get back with your ex. So all of these things that people have, I've been in your shoes, I'm helping people in that situation, it's coming from a place of low self-worth. Because I feel that I'm not good enough, in a way, I feel I need to confront, I need to get answers. I need to connect with that person, or I need to stay with that person at all costs. What we have to do is the opposite. Start from a place where we can build up your self-worth using the GEM framework, because you're the gem. That's why it's called like this. And so the G stands for growth. This breakup should not define you. This breakup should refine you. Very often we feel that this will dictate the emotions, the feelings, the negative self-talk will really sort of picture a life where, you're never going to find anyone, nobody will love you. You have to find ways, and I'm not saying it's easy, but you'll have to find ways to build resilience out of this difficult time. Understand, that's the case for everyone, not only my clients, but everyone. What you're going through, the pain, the depression sometimes, is temporary. And your job is to obviously get better as soon as possible. But one way is also to take the distance, understand that it's temporary. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. Really learn how to be okay with your emotions. It's not about dismissing and disregarding your emotions. It's about understanding, decrypting those emotions. So it's something that you do as a therapist. There's a lot of content online for you to understand those mechanisms, including on my channel. The idea here is to find ways to shift your attention, to shift your focus on your purpose in life. More broadly, now you're obsessed about the relationship, you're obsessed about your ex. Let's take a step back. What matters to you in life? What's your why? Simon Sinek, amazing guy. What's your why? Don't tell me, and being married with someone is not a life purpose. My life purpose, for example, is not to be married or having kids, is to help people navigating relationships. Because what makes me upset, one way to understand your life purpose is understand what makes you upset. For example, what makes me upset is like 50% of people who in front of their family, in front of their friends, promise that they will stay with their partner for the rest of their lives, quit. They leave the relationship, they give up. And what makes me upset is like most of the time, it's something that could have been avoided if people were more aware of their blind spots. So that makes me upset, and that's my mission in a way, is if I can get this stat from 50% to 45% of people getting divorced, I'll be happy and sort of having the sense that I've helped others and I, in a way, made the world a better place. Because actually, in terms of sustainability, for example, people getting divorced, it's creating a lot of carbon footprint as well, because you have to have 2 separate homes and so on and so forth. So actually, it's actually, very green to stay married anyway. So it's about exploring your wounds, exploring your blind spot, and understand how you can boost this self-worth. And that's what we do in counseling. If you want to get in touch with me, there's a link in the description to book a discovery call. It's very important if you are considering counseling, therapy, or seeing a psychologist, to speak with the person before. I offer a discovery call for people to connect with me, discuss their situation, and then we can discuss and determine whether I can help them, whether they will want to work with me. It's kind of a mutually agreement, especially when it comes to therapeutical relationship. It needs to go both ways. Now the E of GEM is expansion. The idea is that when after a breakup, we feel lonely, we feel isolated, we want to stay at home, we want to stay in bed, we want to watch Netflix or YouTube videos. I can't blame you watching my videos. However, if I had to give you a tip, don't watch too many videos online. Do the following. Find ways, people, find connection, nurture connection. Yes, loving relationship, having a partner, it's amazing, but there are other ways for you to have social support. So the relationships could be with your friends, with your family. How you can maybe have a deeper conversation with friends, not about the breakup, but about their fear, their aspirations, their life, and so on and so forth. Work, find people who can uplift you, who can boost you, who can mentor you, right? Personal development. So the idea of my channel is to help people to grow, right? As a partner, as a person. So it could be with a coach, with a therapist. Find a person who can help you really get to where you want to be. Very often, and most of my clients are in the 40, 50 years old, and when we start working together, they feel like, it's not that I've wasted 40 years of my life, but they feel like, if only I had this conversation, if only I made that work before, things would have been so different. So if you're in your 30s, the sooner the better, obviously. Understand as well, a quick tip, when it comes to networking, finding a mentor, for example, the valuable resources, or the person who would give you a job, for example, is not in your first circle on LinkedIn. It's the people who are friends of friends of friends. The weakest link, and it's a concept in networking, the weakest link in your network is usually the one that will provide you the best opportunities. So if you need to find a mentor, if you need to find someone, a friend that you haven't spoken in ages, maybe that's the person you need right now in your life. And the M for GEM is mindset. And I'll explain at the end how to apply this. Now you know your worth. That's the whole objective of what we discuss about the growth, about the networking aspect, the expansion. So you have to act accordingly. You don't want to be in that position of I'm needy and clingy, I need the other, I need validation. No. You act according to someone who's confident. So you're not available. You don't compromise, you're assertive. Make them understand that you can walk away at any time. Right? Because you're above those problems, above those games in a way. If you feel that your partner is playing games with you, you don't want this. As I said, my clients are 40, 50 years old. I don't play games. I don't coach them to play games with their partner. And if we see that they are playing games, they're not honest, they're not investing in the relationship, you walk away. But you feel at peace and in line with your purpose, with your vision, with your values. It's very important. And it's very important, this idea of really introspect, reflect, because that would provide you the foundation of the above to materialize. Because on paper, it's very easy to say, like, I won't be available, I won't compromise. But then when you're in front of someone you love, someone you have feelings for, it's kind of hard. So it's really having this sort of, again, resilience, this sort of mindset to apply this. If you want to support, you can subscribe and like this video. I always forget to mention that, and that does help me a lot. So I appreciate your help. If you found this video helpful, remember this. We don't play games, as I said before. We don't play games. If you want manipulation or tricks, change channel, change therapist, doing videos online. That's not my thing. My objective, your objective should be to design a life that you deserve. And in a way, that's what I see with my clients. Very often they have it. My job is fairly easy in a way that you hold the solution. I'm just facilitating. I'm just allowing you to explore because you have the potential. I'm just unlocking that potential. Nobody is born being, not confident, feeling weak, feeling not loved. It's something that we build up, and that's something you can also build up right now, even though you have had difficult childhood, you have your own wounds and traumas. So right now, the idea is about unlocking that potential. That's there. Don't let this breakup decide who you are, your worth, your purpose. That has nothing to do with you. So shift that attention. Remember the GEM because you're the gem. And if you want any sort of connection, if you want some help, don't hesitate. There's a link. There's a few links in the description, and we're going to launch a few challenges in the next few weeks where I will bring existing clients and people who are not clients, so you can have a discussion and sort of see how it feels as well and work together as, for example, building a new internal secure model and so on and so forth. Stay tuned. You'll see I'll share some news later on. It was a pleasure to have this time with you. Take care of yourself. Bye. For a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.